company, we have a studio down on the square. We can, cut little videos and do podcasts and things. And so I said, come on down, you can tell me about HOG, and then we'll do a little interview. And so we had never really hung out, so we just sat there and just chatted for a while. He's a great storyteller. We were just catching up. It was great. When I started learning about this ministry, I didn't know about it, until just recently. I'm blown away. This is not easy to do. To do this every other month, and I heard this is a small crowd. My hat's off. I'm so impressed. But what you guys have done is a beautiful thing. And Matt, I'm so glad to just be a part of this tonight. Because once I heard about it, I wanted to see it. And I know this is probably not easy. Because it's kind of like when Jesus said that he was going to wash Peter's feet. He was like, no. I mean, if you've ever had your feet washed, it's a very humbling experience. It's like, man, you'd much rather wash somebody's feet than have your feet washed. And to be able to just allow yourself to be showered with love, it's not easy. What I'd like to share about for just a few minutes is what I love about service ministry and how it saved my life. And I don't know if anybody in here, well, I can guess, it's like, we all dress up pretty good, we come together and put on our best faces, it's like everybody's so spiritual, but nobody struggles, nah, not here. But we all go back to our home and we become who we really are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the ones that know us the best are our family. All of us go through things. 10 years ago, I was out of gas. I mean, spiritually, and I had served in the ministry for many years at a fairly high level, big churches, and it was heavy. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I love to do. I know what I'm best at. And I got knocked out of that purpose for a minute. And it was a season of life that tested me so hard. I was just tired of being stale, and it's not that I never stopped believing. I never stopped loving him. I was beating myself up a lot, but we'd go to the next place and the next place. And then we came here. And what I learned to do over the years, well, I just have to, is I'll sit down and I'll pay careful attention. And I'm feeling the vibe and the love, watching everybody, but I'm really focused on the one that is up front. And so I made a beeline to him and I met Mike. And, I want to look in his eye, and just meet the guy that I saw up there. And I said, hey, we have some lunch. And he's like, absolutely. Within a few days, I was sitting down eating with Mike. And I just poured my life out to him and I said, bro, I want to be anonymous. I don't want to be on stage. I don't want anybody to know us. We just want to sit out here and just be fed. We're thirsty. See, thirsty is different than hungry. Hungry is, man, I'm supercharged. Give me some more. Thirsty is, I'm parched. Somebody give me something to drink. What changed my life back in 2008 was prison ministry. You have no idea the power of God behind that razor wire. It is electric. There's something about it. When I walked in my first prison, something came on and I'm like, my gosh, I gotta go back. What prison ministry did for me and how it translates into what we're doing here, this is a service ministry. It's a selfless service ministry. And you give me a Christian that's lost their fire and are doubting or struggling, man, the good I want to do, I can't do. The bad I keep doing is that wrestling with the flesh, man. Selfless service in a particular way will set you on fire. And I've never known anybody, you can't get around it. It's trying to get people to do it. And so tonight, what I see is selfless service. The way I see Jesus doing service. One, he loved without agenda. And you think about that, that seems like an easy thing. Yeah, that's what we do. We love, there's no strings attached to our love. And to that I say, really? We live in a world where it's transactional love. What's in it for me? We got to win some relationships and it ain't all bad. You think about a marriage. I mean, it definitely, what's in it for me? Both of you got to have one. And it's like, this makes sense. I'm going to love you forever. You're going to love me forever. We're going to do these things. And if you do it God's way, it's a beautiful thing. But see, this kind of ministry right here, if you do it with no agenda, it's a beautiful thing. Prison ministry did this for me. They couldn't write me a check. They couldn't come to church with me. They couldn't come and see me. We couldn't get together and have coffee. I can't call them, how you doing, bro? I don't have my best friend that I can go pour my heart out to. It's like you see them when you're there, then you leave and nobody sees them. And you can't wait to go back and see your friends. But they can't do anything back. And so it's got to be love without agenda. And I started looking at the way Jesus loved people. It was without agenda. He had a mission, he had a destination, a very deliberate walk. But everybody that met Jesus, he loved them completely in the way that they needed to be loved. The woman at the well, much different conversation than Zacchaeus in the tree. Different one. Lazarus, whole nother. They were very, very close, right? And then you've got all these, the rich young ruler, he loved him fully. Love always speaks the truth, and he did. To the woman caught in adultery, that was a whole different kind of love. She needed compassion, and he gave it to her. But then he would move on. He wouldn't say, now that I've loved you, what you need to do is obey me. Sometimes doesn't it feel like that, but he never did it like that. And lots of people, he was a rock star immediately because of the way he loved. But sometimes service is more about how it makes me feel. You go feed the homeless and give them a meal, they're hungry again 3 hours later. You come home and have a story to tell. We fed the homeless. That's good, but they're still homeless. What I love about Mike is he is over himself. It's not about Mike, and he doesn't fake that. It's a rare thing that convicts me because I'm not built like that. I'm not good like that. I trust a man like that. But serving behind the razor wire in all these prisons around the country and overseas, nobody could see. I couldn't show it on Facebook. I couldn't tell the story. It was so good for me. See, it keeps me humble. Loving without agenda taught me the power of loving people that cannot return the love. Tonight you get to do that. You get to help a family that really is not going to do anything back, but just thank you. And they're going to be so grateful, but really you don't want anything back, do you? It's just good old-fashioned love. Service without recognition. Loving without agenda, serving without recognition. And partnering with no expectation. Beautiful Jesus service ministry is all about, man, we are going to partner with you with no expectation other than please love on another family. No expectations. You show up for a good meal, pull out your checkbooks. I would love for tonight to blow your mind with what we give. We partner because we love what you're doing. 10 years ago, I was out of gas spiritually, and I was about to just, man, I guess it ain't there. And I started serving. I'll show you the happiest Christian in the room, the one that serves the most. He said, you want to be great? Be the servant, be the slave, be the last, be the least. Be the one that sits there and nobody sees. And I'll challenge you with this week, do a selfless act of service and keep it to yourself. This is what Jesus does. You do this a lot and you will burn with fire, and people will want to know what is different about you. And you'll say, come and see. And North Star will continue to grow so that we can bless more people. Love y'all. Happy to be a part of the family. Thank you for allowing me to be here.